Well, Big Bear is bracing for one of its biggest storms in years. 9 inches of snow fell throughout the day. Take a look at that. The snowflakes coming down, sticking to the ground. Must be a good time for people out there who love to go skiing or snowboarding. You're getting some fresh powder as you hit the slopes. And Dan, earlier in the show, we saw some of the snow falling down on Highway 17. So, you know, if you are driving there tonight or passing through that area, make sure you take it slow on the road.
Yeah, absolutely. Much of the state dealing with winter weather between the wind. We've had snowy conditions. I know Highway 58 was closed for a while today between Bakersfield and Mojave because of snow over Tehachapi, and it's just making conditions treacherous out there. There are blizzard warnings for the mountains of Southern California. Blizzard warnings in Southern California. How often do you see that? The answer is not very often.
Not often at all.
We are in that sort of weather system right now. Let's take a live look from Domenico's on the Wharf. It is raining currently in Monterey this evening as a area of precipitation moves on into the region. In fact, let's take a quick look at that and just take a little zoom in on that little cell coming in right now. It looks like we have probably a little bit of hail in this as well as it's moving into the area tonight. So if you are in the Monterey area, watch out for some slippery roads. Once those little pebbles get on the roadways, it makes things pretty slippery. The heaviest precip right now looking like it's over, say, the Pebble Beach area down toward the lodge. So again, a little bit on the stormy side out there tonight. And here's where we're headed next with the weather as we head through the next 24 hours. It's kind of a train of showers coming in off of the water as this cold air continues to move into the region. So we're just getting a continued flow of cold air. With that, the snow is going to continue in the mountains. The showers will continue in the lower levels, but we've got a ways to go before we kind of run out of this cold air that will provide all of the weather we've been seeing. Now, today was, it wasn't super active for everywhere. I mean, you might have gotten through the entire day today without getting any rain or snow or anything in your neighborhood. The showers are pretty widely scattered, and that's really going to continue. They might be a little bit more numerous overnight tonight into tomorrow, but not by a lot. So, in some places, you're not going to see much just by the nature of this convective type of weather. On the converse side of things, you could see 5, 6, 10 rounds of showers move through your area as we head through the next 24 hours. So it just kind of depends on how lucky you are, or maybe unlucky who you are, depending on your idea there. So right now, temperatures are a lot colder than they were this time last night. We're in the 30s in many cases. So again, it's kind of an interesting thing where the freezing level is still around 2,000 feet, but we also have below that cold air pooling in valley bottoms, and there's just kind of a above freezing zone in between. So you can see some lower temperatures in southern Monterey County. One of the reasons we're seeing that tonight and we didn't last night is because the winds have really shut down out there. So it's a little breezy out there, but the wind gusts currently outside of the mountains are not very high. So we've really lost the wind that we had last night. It'll be back tomorrow, don't worry about it. But at the moment, we're not seeing a lot of wind. So that's going to allow temperatures to fall precipitously tonight in many cases, and could result in some ice on roadways, some frost, depending on some areas. If they clear out, there are frost and freeze alerts. Freeze warnings for the mountains around the region. Frost advisories for the lower valleys tomorrow and down along the coast. So it's going to be a cold night overnight, and we'll still have some showers passing over us. And some of those showers are going to make rain, and some of them are going to make snow, depending on your elevation. Now, I mentioned the wind is going to be back tomorrow. Well, 4 p.m. tomorrow, a new wind advisory goes into effect for the entire KION viewing area, except the Santa Clara Valley, but it may still be breezy for you there as well. So we're going to be watching out for additional down trees, perhaps some power lines as well tomorrow. The winds won't be quite as strong as they were last night, but they're still going to be pretty gusty late tomorrow night. After that, we mentioned there's already winter weather advisory in place for our mountains. Tomorrow at 7 p.m. that gets upgraded to a winter storm warning. So what is the difference between a watch or an advisory and a warning? Well, a warning is a little bit higher level. We've been seeing light snow today. We'll continue to see light snow in the mountains tomorrow. But late tomorrow night into Friday morning, that snow could get heavier, and that increases the risk of slippery roadways, of people getting caught. If you're trying to go hiking, I know a lot of the forests and things are closed right now due to storm damage from earlier in the year, but if you're hiking or camping or something like that, you might get trapped in the mountainous areas, and you don't want to be out there in the cold without resources. So that is going to be an issue for us. So heavier snow expected tomorrow night into Friday morning. So let's look at futurecasts. We're going to continue to see rounds of showers rolling through overnight with those cold temperatures. Snow levels again as low as 1,000 feet of accumulating snowfall, but keep in mind also because cold air is pooling in valleys, there might be some funky stuff going on. We might see ice on the roads from rain that's running down, that's falling down, just because of the weird thermodynamics overnight. So we're going to call it a wintry mix overnight. That does include cities, maybe even along the coast, so please be careful. We'll get some breaks in the showers as well, and then the winds are going to switch to the southwest tomorrow afternoon, and then we'll get some more rounds of showers coming out of the southwest. And I mentioned that activity is going to pick up tomorrow night. We can really start to feel it become more numerous as we head into tomorrow evening, and then we kind of get a cold frontal system that's developing, rolling through late tomorrow night into Friday morning. But has the potential for a little bit more widespread, moderate to briefly heavy rain for us. And then on top of that, above 1,500, 2,000 feet, it's going to be snow. And we're going to talk about inches of snow in the mountains with this. We'll have showers kind of winding down after that Friday and maybe all the way into Saturday as the system kind of finally starts to work its way out of the region. But I want to talk about snowfall. Let's quickly look at how much snow we can see in our mountains here over the next 48 hours or so. And it is a significant amount. The pink on this map, and this particular computer model, which I think might be a little hot on the snowfall, but 15 inches is the pink. So that's over a foot of snow. Can you imagine that up in the mountains of San Benito County? Certainly, we've seen that before occasionally in the Santa Lucia range, but a lot of snow in the mountains. The Santa Cruz Mountains, we're talking a few inches. Certainly, we could see upwards of a half a foot in some of the higher elevations. And that means accumulating snowfall possible on Highway 17, which would make things very slippery. So check your road conditions before you head out the door these next couple of days on your commutes. We'll keep you safe as we can get the latest information out to you. I'm going to go through your temperatures pretty quickly tomorrow. It is not going to be warm. Went there pretty quickly, but highs in the 40s in Santa Cruz Mountains, 49 in Santa Cruz. How about 50 in Salinas tomorrow, 49 in Hollister, Gilroy 49, Watsonville 49, lots of 49s, like the 49ers out there. Oh, I kind of like that. 49ers across the peninsula tomorrow, Monterey, 49 degrees, 50 in Seaside, down south. We'll see high temperatures in the 40s. It's not going to be warm tomorrow at all, and not really in the next 7 days at all. It's not a lot of warmth. Our normal high this time of year on the coast is 62. Hey, we get to 59 next Wednesday, so that's fun. In the meantime, you know, we're just, the next couple days are going to be kind of wild weather-wise, and then we kind of get a break on Saturday with a couple of isolated showers, and then the next system comes in late Sunday into Monday, and that could last into Tuesday. And you know, these aren't warm systems, so more mountain snow is possible. Inland areas, just soak that in a little bit. Soak in those temperatures. They're not warm, guys.